everyone. Welcome to Lovin' Life's Journey. I'm Chantel. Thank you so much for tuning in. In today's video, I am going to be decorating my tiered tray for the 4th of July. And I'm going to show you a couple of different styles of how to do this and maybe some tips and tricks. The first style will be a farmhouse style, and then I'll also be showing more of a traditional festive 4th of July decor. So let's get started. So when I decorate a tiered tray, I like to go through my house and find things that I have sitting around, kind of like shopping my house and finding different things that I think would look good in my tiered tray. So I'm going to use one of those jars maybe, and I'm going to pull out a few of these cotton stems and just look around your house and see what kinds of things you might have so you don't have to buy as many things. So this is the tiered tray I will be using, and I am going to use some fabric that I had, and I didn't want to cut this fabric. It's a pretty good size piece, and so it's a little bit bulky, but I'm just going to kind of work with it and put that in the bottom of the tray and then kind of just squish it down. I found this sign that I got from Dollar Tree a while back, and it says, "Bless all who gather." It has the little canning jar on it. I thought that was perfect for summer and this farmhouse look. And then I also got this little candle holder at Dollar Tree, and so I like to use candles in a tiered tray, and I'm just going to be using one of the LED tea lights inside this. Then I'm going to add a couple of those cotton stems to the bottom tray, and also I'm going to use one of these ceramic balls that I got at Dollar Tree. I have a blue one and I also have a red one. And then in the back I'm just going to add some greenery as filler, and that just helps kind of finish it off. On the top tier, I'm going to use this burlap ribbon that I got at Dollar Tree, and it does have a little bit of a glittery design, but I think it still works fine for the farmhouse look because it is burlap. Then I'm going to place that little Patriotic bucket from Dollar Tree with some greenery in it on top, and then I set it on top of the end of the ribbon to kind of help keep it in place, and then I am just twisting and winding my ribbon around and kind of just bunching it on the top of the tray. Then I'm going to add this little ceramic house from Dollar Tree that says "Love Lives Here." I think this is really cute and will look cute on my tray. It does kind of sit down a little bit too low and is hidden by the ribbon, so I found one of these wooden candlesticks left over from a project that I had done for Easter, so I'm going to set the little house on top of that, and if you want to make sure it's secure, you could hot glue that. I'm going to add that red ceramic ball to the top, and then I'm also going to add a little bit of florals, just some white, kind of baby's breath looking florals. And most of this stuff I already had on hand. I did not go out and buy a ton of stuff, and I think that's the best way. Maybe pick up one or two new or fun things, but try to use stuff that you already have. And I wasn't sure how much of the ribbon I wanted to use, so I hadn't cut that off yet. You can see it in the background there. It's still attached to the roll. I did end up actually using the whole roll, which is 9 feet, and that just gave it a more full look, and I really like that. And this is what my farmhouse tray looks like. I don't like to put tons of stuff in my trays. I think that just kind of detracts from the items that are in there, and everything just kind of gets lost. So I think less is more, and I really like how this turned out. And like I said, I really like the looks of having a candle. I always use an LED candle, but I just like that little bit of light in my trays. What about you? Let me know in the comments if you have a special type of thing that you like to always add to your tiered trays or your table centerpieces, just to give it that special touch. So now I'm going to do one that is more of a traditional, festive, fun style, and I am using a plastic tablecloth from Dollar Tree, and this one I am cutting it. It was only $1, and so it was just too big to use the whole thing. So I am cutting it, and I'm going to basically do the same thing like I did with the fabric on the first tray. For this one, I will be using 2 strands of these battery-powered star lights in the red, white, and blue, and that's going to make this really fun. And I'm going to just tuck the battery packs underneath the tablecloth, and that way it is hidden. But I do put it kind of next to the edge out where it's pretty accessible so I can turn them off and on easily. For the top tier, I'll be using this 6-inch wide blue tulle from Walmart that has the stars on it. Really cute, and I believe it was less than $2 a roll for this, and there's a lot on it, so you'll be able to use it for this and for other projects too. I always like to put something in the bottom of my trays. This time I'm using fabric type things. I have used moss. I have used like gift bag filler. I've used tissue paper. I've used all kinds of things. You just get creative and use what you have. I'm going to use that same little flag bucket from Dollar Tree on this tray as well. And I'm going to put some of this silver star garland inside that bucket. One way you could do this is to straighten out the garland and cut individual lengths that you stick into a piece of foam, like a piece of floral foam in the bucket. But I decided just to kind of roll it and squish it together, and it makes it kind of messy looking, but it makes it kind of look like it's exploding out of the bucket. Next, I'm going to take that little jar and fill it with some of these glitter star vase fillers that I picked up at Dollar Tree. And from Dollar Tree, I got this wall hanging. It just has this piece of burlap ribbon that it had the letters USA hanging down off of, and I just removed those letters off of that burlap ribbon, and I'm going to set them on the top of the tray. Dollar Tree also had this one that had the red, white, and blue glittery stars, and so I'm going to be using some of those as well. And I looked over and I noticed in my china cabinet, well, first of all, I noticed that the sun is shining on it and I need to pull the curtains so that it doesn't fade my china cabinet. But I noticed this red vase that was inside my cabinet, and so I'm going to pull that out, and I think I'm going to use that in the top of my tray as well. And seeing this vase reminded me that I also have a little I guess it's like a little votive candle holder that I got from my grandmother, who's no longer with us, but it is a bicentennial little votive that she had for as long as I can remember, and so this is special to me, and so I'm going to put this in the top of my tray, and I recommend that you put things that are special to you inside yours as well. I'm going to add some of those glitter stars, and also I have this candle, and I really love this candle, and if you look closely it actually has a reindeer design on it. A friend gave it to me for Christmas, but I love it. I've left it out because unless you look really close you don't really notice that they're reindeer. So I'm going to put that in the back just kind of as a filler because it looks really nice. So a little disclaimer here, if you put a real candle in your tiered tray, I would recommend that you do not light it. That could be a fire hazard or it could damage your tray. I'm also going to add this little door hanger that I got at Dollar Tree. I just liked the glittery red, white, and blue bells. I thought that looked good with the overall look of the tray, and so I'm adding that in. Now I'm going to wrap my lights around, and instead of just wrapping one strand on the top and one strand on the bottom, I took a strand from the bottom and actually had it go up to the top of the tiered tray. I just feel like it kind of brings it all together and makes it feel a little bit more cohesive, like it's all one piece and not just two separate trays. You can do it however you like. That's the cool thing about decorating these trays, or really just decorating your home. You can just make it your own, and we can get ideas from each other, but it's more meaningful when you make it your own and it means something to you. And I had a few of those little glitter vase filler stars left, so I'm going to sprinkle those around wherever I feel like there might be a little bit of an empty spot. And here is the finished tray. And there is Cece patiently waiting. Are you waiting for your dinner? Are you hungry? Okay. All right. There you go. I remembered that I had this little galvanized star from Dollar Tree that I decided to remove from the sign and just use the star. And so I am going to replace that glitter blue star on the bottom tier with this galvanized star instead. So here it is. This is really fun. I actually like this even more than I thought I would. The only thing is I do think that it's a little bit busy on the bottom tier with that tablecloth that had all of that design going on. And so I did decide to switch that out, and I'm going to use just some white tulle, and I'll see how I like that. And here it is with just the white tulle on the bottom instead of that tablecloth. I think that looks a little bit cleaner and neater, but I did actually like the tablecloth as well. It gave it a really fun and festive look. So it just depends on kind of what you're wanting and what kind of look you're going for. So let me know in the comments below which of these tiered tray looks you like the best. And if you like this video, please give it a thumbs up. It really helps my channel to grow. If you haven't subscribed yet, be sure to hit that subscribe button and set your notifications so that YouTube will notify you when I upload new videos. And also I wanted to let you know that I did not make this tiered tray. It's one that I bought. But if you would like to see a tutorial on how to make your own galvanized looking tiered tray, I will put a link to that in the description box below and in the card above. It's one that I made from Dollar Tree products, and it only cost about $6 to make. And you could make it look similar to this one just by changing the way that you paint it. Thank you all so much for watching, and I hope you all have a blessed day.